guy anymore. Yeah. No. No, stop. Stop, I will close it. Mom left it open. Actually, I did.
You did? Let me check. Okay, buddy? It's really hot outside, so we can't leave the door open, okay?
Well, it's very high UV though.
We can't leave the door open, okay?
UV isn't a good thing, it's a bad thing.
We can't leave the door open, okay?
I'm not trying to argue.
Okay.
I was just telling you.
Oh, okay.
I forgive you. I always will. I have no idea what this is. But I'm recording on it, so whatever. We're playing ptfs. We're going to Perth. Automatic. Okay, let's go spawn in a plane. It's gonna be a military plane, but I don't care which military plane. Oh yeah, maybe I should escort this guy. The Black Knight Sky, yay. And we will take off and do butter GR soon. Good takeoff, good takeoff. And I'm going to be telling you some stuff that I know. So, you're at Lakeland Airport right now. You're going to slow down because I need to get a new plane. How? I want to do this, This is the highest point of the map. It comes at us at a whopping 19.6 million feet. And I'm gonna turn on something on my shader. Oh, I don't have it on yet. I'm just gonna do a mini air show. Oh no, our engine cut off, Okay, so this is actually movable. Okay, I'm gonna have to eject. Eject. And I just ejected myself because my plane engine. What? Okay. I got it. And I have a little
I want you to put it in the washer. Sorry. I'm gonna do your reading. I've been reading this.
Smile about it to each other as they sail away, with no survivors in their way. Brutal. Okay, that's 260. It's certainly a bloodbath, but it is far from record breaking. But now we get to the curse. The whole movie hinges on the fact that Mountain stole this powerful part of the defeating and thereby brought about a 1,000-year plague.
Without her heart, the city began to crumble, giving birth to a terrible darkness that will continue to spread. Is devoured. In a state about death.
That means that Maui would be responsible for 1,000 years of darkness spreading across the island, which seems like it should be achievement for death and destruction. And certainly exciting. Now, we do have to remember that except for a single ragdoll animal species for safety in this movie, so visually count. As much as I'd like to think that that means death, the problem with this curse comes to the fact that it's just now showing up to Moana's island, which means that it has been coming for a long time. Sure, Grandma's map at the beginning of the movie shows us darkness spreading really fast, and yet when Moana and her dad visit the island, he shows her how long they've been living there without any issues. No darkness to contend with, or at my count, 12 generations. If we're being generous and say that a generation of years turning over every 25 years, which again, Moana's dad looks significantly older than this, but we're going to get a worst case scenario, we're looking at least 300 years of using coconuts without even the hint of a plague. I mean, if you have that long to become a doomsday prepper and you don't build in any contingency plans, I think there's an argument today that you might have had it coming. Anyway, the point is, we need to see if this darkness is actually creeping up on anyone, or if it's just totally avoidable. To figure that out, we're going to have to measure how far the curse has traveled, which we know is going to be a part of the movie. First started to Moana's island and started moving. So all we need to know is how far she traveled in her boat, locations, and how long it took to get there. Here's what we do. We see Moana traveling with 3 boat. Her boat is captained by Maui, lead by the demigod, and her boat is a recreation of the Fijian Kamikawa. They can travel up to 50 knots or 17 miles per hour. We're going to somehow have to ignore the fact that this boat was also built at those 300-year-old ancestors on Moana's island, making this boat so impossible. There's no way it could actually sail, but whatever. Disney will also assume that Moana didn't sleep at any point during the journey. Now, instead of doing this as a wayfinder. So if the boat's back straight, steered completely straight by an expert wayfinder, she could sail 1,632 miles, 1,626 kilometers in 4 days, which is pretty incredible, but we the best case scenario. This means that Moana's island is a little over 1,600 miles from the heart of the one first ground zero. Looking at the darkness, we're going to be just now reaching Moana's island at least 300 years later. We're saying that it took 300 years for the darkness to spread 1,632 miles, meaning that the curse will spread 5.4 miles per year. That is nothing. You're standing on the shore of the beach, the horizon, you're seeing 2.8 miles away from the top of Moana's island. You would be seeing well over 12 miles from the horizon. You could literally see this darkness coming towards your shores for several years in advance. That's why Moana's deadliness just falls apart. With that much notice, it would be almost impossible to believe that seafaring Polynesian island dwellers who primarily fish for survival would be unable to, get sailed to the next island over with this curse coming, thereby buying them for years. Even Moana's survivor people who are water-phobic are still going to have time to see their shrimp and coconuts, throw some flex tape onto those centuries-old boats, and move to the next island, which would buy them more time. So the final death tally for Moana, 261. Not even close. After a thoroughly disappointing performance by Moana, it's up to the last 3 movies to knock my socks off, and I'm confident in the next 2. Like The Lost Empire, But looking back on it, it's pretty darn good, and at the very least, it is pretty darn deadly that this thing is falling. It's going to need to prove itself in a memorial match against another strong challenger from the same part of the world, Hercules. In one corner, we got ourselves a blood that brings an clear civilization, and in the other, we have ourselves a complete war between gods and the playmates with the world of man all stuck in the middle. So let's set up those dueling death tickers and get down to it. Atlantis. There's a big chase scene with the Leviathan early on in the movie that accounts for 151 deaths. Right off the bat, adding to the king's death of the ending battle, we suddenly jump up to 185. So it can be hard to tell how many of the explosions we see signifying certain death and how many are just like, Hercules, his kills are mostly taking place during montage meetings with his well. Hercules, every day and more, in line, which looks suspicious from the star, the sea monster that isn't part of the laborers, but we'll get to her anyway, and then Minotaur, a Gorgon, and some really scary looking birds, two of which were actually fought by the Greek hero Perseus, but you get the idea. We can also get Hercules credit for Nessus, the centaur that's one for Faye. It's unclear if he's officially dead or he's just unconscious, but according to Greek myth, Hercules does kill him, so we're gonna go with that. And no, we're not counting Faye. Sure, she dies, but she has to die and stay dead. Faye, who survived the movie, also can't forget this only lives in the underworld. So, based off these early action sequences, Atlantis, the Lost Empire, has a significant lead. But at the end of the day, this isn't really gonna matter because these numbers are tiny compared to the huge catastrophic events in both movies. The sinking of Atlantis and the economy. And here's where the countdown has to get creative. Atlantis, the Lost Empire, starts with a giant tsunami headed for the island of Atlantis. A protected barrier bubble thing is formed around the center of the island and sinks it into the ocean. It's not as though everyone in Atlantis dies. We do see a lot of people that have that bubble from the outside. And the bubble only ends up saving just a small fraction of the land of Atlantis, which leaves us with an obvious question and a not so obvious answer. How many people die when Atlantis sinks? It would be nearly impossible to get a decent guess at this just from the design of the city that we see at the beginning of the movie, so we're going to have to go all the way back to the ancient Greek Atlantis story to determine the most likely death toll. Ditto for when Hades releases the defense on Earth and they start fighting house. Let's start with Atlantis. From a historical perspective, all our information about Atlantis comes from the Greek philosopher Plato. You know, the Plato who tells a story about a farmer who finds himself a ring that makes him invisible and corrupts him morally. A story that J.R.R. Tolkien definitely didn't steal. Anyway, this dialogue retires. Plato tells of the continent Atlantis, 10,000 BC, superpower with a great military and tons of technology so advanced that it sank because the gods got jealous and sent a big earthquake/flood combo to take it down. Sounds fine, cool myth, bro, but Plato never mentions how many people live on Atlantis, which would have really done a lot to make my life easier. Bizarrely, the mythical estimates for Atlantis' already ranges from 5 billion to over 100 billion, and everything in between. But regardless, those numbers give us a bit of an issue because the population of the entire world at the time in 10,000 BC would have been somewhere in the order of 1 to 3 million people. Adding insult to injury, Atlantis probably isn't even from 10,000 BC because a mistranslation basically changed the entire story to 9,000 years ago when it was originally meant to be 900 years ago. So basically, TLDR, we're looking for some historical event that Plato could have based his clearly made up story on that he then used to pass off as if it were historically true to all his bros. So what historic clues can we find in Atlantis the movie? Well, the one thing we actually know is that there was a tsunami, so we just have to find a massive historical tsunami at the right time and place to make this happen. And for that, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Minoan civilization located on the island of Crete and most prominent from about 2,000 to 1,500 BC. The Minoans are most famous for building palaces and using inspiration for the myth of the Minotaur, but the Minoans are also our best proxy for both Atlantis as Plato reported it, as well as how Disney imagined it. The large buildings that we see present in Atlantis, the Lost Empire, would have been extraordinarily rare in the ancient world. humans were building houses and multi-story buildings earlier than any other island civilization that we know of. The Minoan language also checks off the boxes for what we see in the movie. Nobody is really sure what Minoan sounded like because we can't read the basic Minoan writing system. No, great, which parallels the fact that no one can read Atlantean in the movie itself.
Yes, I can read Atlantean, just like you. You can't. No one can.
And most importantly of all, we have an event that would make sense for the quote-unquote city of Atlantis. Around 1550 BC, right around the real time Atlantis was supposed to be set without Plato screwing up his dates, the volcanic island of Hera, modern-day Santorini, exploded, destroying part of the island and sending gigantic waves to the shores of Greece, about 70 miles away. The resulting tsunami devastated the coast of Crete, destroying cities, ruining coastline, and of course, killing a lot of people. Now, I hear ya, Atlantis is supposed to have sunk into the sea, and Crete is still very much around. That said, part of the island of Hera sank. You can actually see where a bunch of it is missing even to this day. So the whole idea is still right for this event. Sunken island and destroying a civilization. So for God's sake, after all of that over-analysis, what the heck is the death count? Well, estimates have the eruption of Hera killing 35,000 Minoans on Crete. That's the same number that we were on. Those estimates run in the range of 20,000. Definitely enough to war any of our other Disney contenders up to this point. So as devastating an historical event as this was based on, the silver lining here is that in the Disney version, there is no way Hercules can beat this fight. I mean, sure, houses are crushed, temples are blown away, but it can't measure up to the explosion of Hera, right? Except, interestingly enough, many people believe that the inspiration for the story of the Titanomachy, the exact scenes that we see take place in Hercules, was massive eruption of Hera, the same event that we just attributed to the loss of Atlantis. So the long story short here is that the destruction in these two movies are based on the exact same event. So what is it? I mean, effectively, for as much as we can calculate real numbers out of poorly documented historical facts that influence fictional movies hundreds of years later, yeah, although Hercules is taking place in Greece, which is much farther away from Hera than Crete is, so there would be fewer deaths associated with Hercules just by proximity alone. There you have it, Hercules and Atlantis practically in a tie. I mean, of the two, Atlantis would qualify as the more deadly movie with Hercules in second place, but the two of them haven't even demanding over anything else from Disney canon that we've covered so far. Congratulations, Disney, on leveraging a devastating global event for children's entertainment. Not just once, but twice. Don't worry, we'll hear ya. A tie. What? You can't lead us through an entire flipping trilogy of Disney movies and ruin Christmas and string us along through this ungodly long episode that has itself a flipping mid-roll just to tell us that it ends in a tie. I mean, I don't like movies, so take it up with old Walt. Oh, wait, there is still one more. Dinosaur. That's right. The Disney feature you didn't know you needed, and then definitely continue to not need because it came out in 2000. We already had the far superior Land Before Time series since 1988. Oh, regardless, it's a movie that the Disney Animation Studios made, and it is here where the buck stops when it comes to Disney. Yes. And I know you're all like, oh, of course, this movie shows the extinction, right? So many billions of dinosaurs die. And as much as I'd like to just finally end this with mass extinction of dinosaurs, this movie actually doesn't show that event. I swear, that would have been the easy way out. But in the entire film, only 5 dinosaurs die. 2 bad guys, 2 good guys, and 1 neutral triceratops. That's it. You know, I couldn't believe it either. But if that's the case, then where else did all the deaths come from? Grand answer, answered where most Disney deaths come from in the animation studio's 80-year history. Is it coming from humans? Is it coming from fish? It's coming from lemurs. Yep, these prehistoric lemurs. You might be thinking to yourself, gee, I didn't think dinosaurs and lemurs really lived at the same time, and right you would be. There's some research that mammals and dinosaurs did overlap for a very short time, and the Cretaceous period with Aladar on the protagonist was split, and it just so happens that one of the earliest animal species to exist in this teeny overlapping sweet spot 60 million years ago were lemurs. And yes, historically, they still have a really split at this one to get any kind of scenario where a lucky family would raise a dinosaur. We're just gonna have to go with this one in order to make it to the other side. But like I said, very few dinosaurs were actually part of the dinosaur. The entire island was the lemurs just knocked out in one fell swoop. See a meteor and the associated fallout land on the uncreatively named Lemur Island in the movie, sending the entire island up in flames, except for the small lemur family. The lemur maybe even comments that during the film, thereby confirming for us that every lemur on Lemur Island is now a crispy critter. Of course, that leads to the next obvious question: how in the world do we know how many that is, or even how big Lemur Island is? Well, it's the most bizarre twist of luck. We don't actually know the real location of Lemur Island because historically there is only one possible location. It's the real island off the east coast of Africa called Madagascar. Here, biology lesson for the day. The reason lemurs are lemurs is they evolved to fly themselves for millions of years, isolated from all other primate species on the lonely island, Madagascar. All lemurs, even modern lemurs, started back on Madagascar. So this is literally the only place Lemur Island could be in the entire planet Earth, especially on the order of 60 million years ago when Madagascar just started to separate from continental Africa. This is also why we only see the dinosaur and lemurs swimming across the narrow channel rather than a huge body of water in the aftermath of the meteor strike. At the time they escaped from Lemur Island was just recently Lemur Peninsula. So with that incredible stroke, we now know not only where Lemur Island is, but how big it is. Madagascar is 226,597 square miles area, but not all of that area is habitable by lemurs. Going by its modern day geography, which is honestly, oh god, only about 43,000 square miles of the island is ranging to lemur habitat and also the area where we see the lemurs living in the movie. So how many lemurs could reasonably be living in 43,000 square miles of jungle? Oh! This is impossible to know directly, but the lemurs in the movie would have been precursors to the modern ring-tailed lemur, which has a territory size of 0.14 square miles. That means that you could fit yourself 307,143 lemurs of Madagascar and territory capacity, which is how many lemurs we would have the potential to lose a dinosaur. Even if we said it was half of that number, even if we said it was a tenth that number, we still have our winner by a long shot. By an apocalyptic landslide, Dinosaur is the deadliest Disney movie of all time. Rest in peace, Disney. Disney Fall. So after 58 movies and 40 incredibly long episodes, which was all this we have come a long way on the Disney Death Train. I wanted to highlight how much we've accomplished here by recapping some of our most significant findings. Across the entire Disney canon, 58 original Disney animation studio movies, our estimated total deaths are 344,031, which is honestly nothing compared to the number of childhood dreams this show kills on a regular basis. Our overall deadliest Disney movie winner is Dinosaur, and death count of up to 300,000 sapient lemurs, the most deaths of any movie you cared about or are likely to have seen. However, those resounded Hercules and Atlantis Lost Empire with over 20 to 30,000 deaths each by volcano. Most deaths in a Disney princess movie, as well as Disney's deadliest princess, Mulan, just over 1,200, a very respectable number. Disney's deadliest expected villain is Scar from The Lion King at 1,659 deaths, 1,660th death. Oh, most twisted deaths go to Alice in Wonderland, where Walrus eats 12 oyster babies. Most tragic death ends up going to the accidentally harpooned opera singing whale, Make My Music. Brutally sad. My personal favorite Disney death goes to Ursula being stabbed in the stomach at the end of The Little Mermaid. And now, finally, with this series over and all this being said, you can now go and we can all collectively kill off 2018 to start the old kill count back at 0 for 2019. This has been an incredibly fun but totally exhausting project to finish off the year. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I have. This was
Are you bored? Or do you dislike it?
I don't know, a game for anything. Thank you so much for your support over this 3-part trilogy.
Yes, I know you want me to talk about it. I don't understand that.
Onward to 2019. I will see you there with more theories, more film theories, and guts.
I want to go outside for a minute.
Building new massive secret lab the average person will never find because the only way in is through this fake old dusty office. I'm gonna keep you guys. And if you want a small taste for what's inside, well, this is a tennis ball cannon, and this is my childhood hero Nitro from the TV show American Gladiators. And he's gonna try and shoot me with the tennis ball cannon from the show as I try and not get shot. The only problem is I made some modifications to the cannon, and it shoots tennis balls stronger than the original. Like, a lot stronger. Before we see if I actually live, I'd like to introduce you to a brand new manufacturer for engineering I've been secretly designing for the past year and a half. Not only have I been making all the YouTube videos for it, but also the most ambitious thing I've ever done, which I'll show you in a few minutes. It's got secret passageways and $10,000 in a glass suitcase if you can fire a tennis ball into a bullseye, world's longest Hot Wheels track, rooms that magically reveal themselves, and a handful of some new engineering inventions that I came up with just for the lab. Since I was like 8 years old, I've had this dream to design and build my own warehouse, and this is it. Welcome to French Labs. So today, I'm going to walk you through my 10 favorite things about this place. Then at the end of the video, I'll tell you how you can actually come out here with me and my team. With that, let's jump right into number 10.
The first thing we're going to want to do is download OBS Studio. And we can do that from obsproject.com/download. Once we have that downloaded and installed, we are going to add a new scene. So I'm going to go over here, click plus, create a new scene, and I'm going to call this VR. I'm just going to call it VR and click. Once we do that, we are going to add in a new source. And the new source is going to be what we see in our VR headsets that we want to capture in OBS to either record or to stream. So in order to do that, I have already launched Steam VR in the background. And once Steam VR is launched, we get the Steam VR menu. So if I take a look at the Steam VR menu, if I click on the little hamburger here in the left-hand corner, go down and choose Display VR View. Once I have the VR view displayed, right here, it might
Hi, I'm not gonna waste your time today. I'm gonna show you everything you need to know to start recording games with OBS today. Just go to obsproject.com, download OBS and then install it. And before you launch OBS, you wanna right-click it, right-click again, and go to Properties, then go to Advanced and Enable Run as Administrator. When you click on OK, you will have to get permission. Now every time you launch OBS, it will run as administrator, and this will resolve the possible issue. Now, at first, it might look kind of complicated, especially if you also look at the settings here, but I promise you all will get very easy. And they will ask you to use the onboard configuration wizard. We will do the settings manually, because you will always get better results if you adjust the settings to yours. See, and that's what I'm going to explain in this video. So we're going to click on cancel here. Then the first thing you want to do is you want to change your resolution. So they have the base resolution and then the output one. And for streaming, people sometimes take their main resolution right here, but then 720p to stream it. But for recording, I advise taking 1080p or a higher resolution if your screen supports it, and more importantly, if your PC supports it. Now, this PC here is a budget gaming and streaming PC that I built on this channel, by the way. There's a video about it. I will link it in the cards. And this PC would never be able to handle 4K gaming, let alone 4K recording. For that reason,
First thing you're going to want to do to be able to make a virtual camera using OBS is you're going to want to download OBS at obsproject.com. So I'm going to put the link in the description. So you're going to download that first. And notice you have the option to download the Windows, Mac, or Linux version. So I'm going to focus on the Windows version of this today. You can also download and install it and use it as a virtual camera on my Mac as well. But right now we're going to focus on the Windows. I will put the links in the description if you would like to download the resources for